అందరు కనపడండి నాన్నలు.
202.
హరి ఓం
హరి ఓం.
శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః.
శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః.
హరి ఓం
హరి ఓం.
శ్రీమన్మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. శ్రీ సరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం సహనావవతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. గురుర్బ్రహ్మా గురుర్విష్ణుః గురుర్దేవో మహేశ్వరः గురుः సాక్షాత్ పరం బ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. శుక్లాంబరధరం విష్ణుం శశివర్ణం చతుర్భుజం ప్రసన్నవదనం ధ్యాయేత్ సర్వవిఘ్నోపశాంతయే. అగజానన పద్మార్కం గజాననమహర్నిశం అనేకదం తం భక్తానాం ఏకదంతం ఉపాస్మహే. కృష్ణాయ వాసుదేవాయ దేవకీనందనాయ చ నందగోపకుమారాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః. నమో భగవతే తుభ్యం వాసుదేవాయ ధీమహి ప్రద్యుమ్నాయ నిరుద్ధాయ నమః సంకర్షణాయ చ. I want everybody to at least I want to see. How can I talk to blank screens? Huh? Think about that once, please.
You can.
No, no. I want to see faces.
You don't have.
Okay, I want to see. Okay, now Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
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 Shri Krishna
Sharanam
Mama.
Okay, so we are talking about how Sage Shuka, okay, Shuka Maharshi, 1 second please, put it. Sage Shuka is telling about like how, what is the question he asked. King Parikshit asked, Parikshit Maharaja, he told, like, what is the way, is there any way, I am about to die, is there any way for me to attain mukti, is there some kind of way like to meditate on and all. And then Shuka Maharshi gave him, you can meditate, and you have 7 days. What is there? There is a king called, do you remember who is that king who attained mukti in one muhurta kalam? Anybody remembers the name? Khatvanga. Okay, yesterday we talked about that. Khatvanga. Okay, say that.
Khatvanga.
Khatvanga is the king's name who attained mukti because he was fighting for the devatas, and he asked them to give to give mukti to him, and they said they cannot do it. And he said, so when am I going to die? And then they said, in one muhurtam is 42 minutes, I told you, right? And he just gave the kingdom immediately to his son, and he sat there, and he got his lives out of him. So, and now he's explaining, like, when you are doing that kind of thing, you can actually meditate on the great gross swarupa mahapurusha samsthana. Okay, mahapurusha samsthana, say that. Samsthana. I want to see everyone again. Only Shrikara is the one who is listening to me. And so then he talked about how there are 14 lokas, and all the 7 from bottom down, and how all the mountains are his skeleton system, and how the air, whatever he breathes became the air. Okay, like that. And how all his veins and all are the rivers in the creation. Okay, and then one has to all these things we talked about that yesterday. Okay, it explains each and everything. So this is one way of attaining thinking of the God all the time is like by thinking of him, this entire creation, as his gross form, right? And then the second way he told is, you sit, okay, you sit in an upright position, and within you in your heart, okay, that is so small, you think of him as the Chaturbhujan. He has 4 arms, okay, one on what do you say, with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, okay, and all. Like that, you have to assume. Okay, and then you have to meditate on that. Okay, that is another way he told. And he also told, we also talked about how one has to sit. Okay, and then with your left heel, you have to close. I told you how there are 9 holes in the body. With your left heel, how you close the bottom holes, and then you get your prana shakti up, 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 and slowly, and you stay near this ajna chakra, this part for half hour, like slowly. There are 6 chakras in the body, like Muladhara, and then Swadhisthana, Manipura, and then here. As you get your prana shakti over here, okay, not only at that time, this and here at this near this Ajna chakra, one has to be there around half hour, and after that, one can from here the things will then one can attain
Why you
mukti.
chakra in the
But
stomach?
if you think, yes, but if you think 1 second, okay, is that all these things, are they possible just like that? Okay, today I sit and I try to do that. Can that be done?
Yeah, okay.
No, no, I cannot do it. I cannot sit and do it. Okay, okay, I sat in this position. Okay, I sat how they told, and I tried to control my breath. I subdued my breath. I tried to get all my senses in control, and I try to think of the thing. But all these things will not come to those who do not practice, just like that. Okay, Khatwanga got that in one muhurta because he has been practicing that kind of thing in his entire life. His entire life he was practicing. So that is why it was easy for him. Okay, he could get that. Because if one does not practice every day, then one cannot attain. That is the reason why I asked you to, no, no, keep it like that only. Because they don't know.
Namaste, funny auntie.
Namaskaram, Kanna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shh. No, so that is the reason why one has to practice. If you don't practice, it will not come. And now after that, yesterday we talked about how mm, all the three gunas and all, and one will attain siddhis also, as you are able to practice. If you can get your, if you keep on doing the kundalini yoga or something like that, like there is a shakti, there is an energy within you, okay, which is like a sleeping snake. Its head is down. Okay, its head is down in your muladhara chakra, and as you do this kind of practice, slowly it comes up. Okay, slowly it comes up, and as it is coming up, you know what happens? You will attain certain powers. I told you, like you can float in the air, all these things can happen.
Things become
But
Maghima.
no, those are all different kind of siddhis. There are 8 siddhis, ashta siddhis. Okay, even in Hanuman Chalisa also you come across ashta siddhi now nidhike data. Hanuman has all the 8 siddhis. Why do you think he was able to fly on the ocean just like that? Okay, that is because he has all those siddhis. But they only use it for the purpose of, not for themselves, for helping others. Then it is not called using for yourselves. Then it won't give you any kind of, what do you say, good or bad kind of result, because you did it for others and you are only helping others. Okay, now today we are going to enter into today's session. Okay, we talked about the sthula, gross body, and the small body, and now he's telling in the control of that, where you have to control the fire within you. Okay, and then with the channel of breathing, and then if you keep on doing this, okay, like breathe in, breathe out within your control. If you keep them in your control, what happens is slowly your mind will be purified of the impurities. Okay, not only mind means not what you are thinking. Behind you, like behind you meaning within you, internally you, there will be a lot of impurities that are holding on to us, lot of papas. Okay, all those papas will be removed, and then slowly, one by one, we will actually conquer each chakra. Okay, each chakra. And now what happens is, like now what they are asking is freeing from in respect to the cyclic wait. And there was a king called Shishumara. Okay, say that Shishumara. Okay, his mean, actually it means what, dolphin. Okay, to the form of the Milky Way, and passing beyond the navel of the universe, and the pivot. It's like the place where the center of the spin, where the Vishnu is there, he's supporting everything around him, like that. It's like that, you can imagine. Only the individual living being who got purified by the realization of his, what is that?
If you remember some of the Guru Bhakti stuff, you could use that to help you here because
Yes.
chakra.
Yes.
Bother
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes. Do not disturb me in the middle. Okay. Now passing beyond the navel of the universe, but like for the entire universe, there will be a pivot point, right? Like some kind of point around which the entire universe is spinning, something like that. Some that is supported from, okay, that itself is the center of the spin, is the like Vishnu. Okay, that is where he is. He's supporting us. Like
I thought
here.
it was the chakra.
No.
Chakra.
That is there. The creation is like, I want you to imagine like this entire creation yesterday that we talked about, all the physical forms, everything is actually supported by him and within him. Okay, it is supported by him from the outside, and as well as he is also within them, because without him nothing will form. That's the thing. So so the self-realized souls, they enjoy this their stay for the time of kalpa. Okay, kalpa is like a day for Brahma, guys. Kalpa is 1 day for Brahma. Okay, it is like 1000 mahayugas. Okay, you can make note if you want. Thereupon he from whom, like
Then why does he sleep so which in only a day?
That is one more. No, Brahma's Ayurdayam is 100 days, let us say, like that. So 100 kalpas, something like that. So 100 kalpas is what? 100 times 1000 Mahayugas. Think. That many. Okay.
3,000.
One Mahayuga is like 43 lakh 20,000 years. And 1000 Mahayugas is one kalpa.
3,600 అని ఉందండి గురు చరిత్రలో అయితే.
No, no. I'm telling you what is in Bhagavatam. Listen to that. Okay.
Auntie.
కాదు, మహాకల్పాలు కాదండి, అంటే బ్రహ్మదేవుడు ఆయుర్దాయం 3,600.
No. Brahma's Ayurdayam, it is like always 100 kalpa. 100 days, but 1 day is like how many this kalpas? One kalpa for him. Okay. And one kalpa is like 1000 Mahayugas.
Auntie.
Yes.
So basically 1 day for Brahma hasn't even passed yet because there's only been 28 Mahayugas.
No. There are 1000 Mahayugas in one kalpa. We are only in one Shweta Varaha kalpa. We are in the 7th kalpa now. Okay. And Brahma's age is now, according to the Sankalpam that we said, he is in the 51st year. He is in his 51st year. Okay, he is 51-year-old, and there are 49 years more that this Brahma is going to live. Whoever is there, yeah. Okay.
So how long is 1 year for Brahma?
How old is?
How long does 1 year take for Brahma?
Our 1 year?
300.
No.
Oh,
1 year.
How long is, it's like, how long for us will it take for Brahma to, like, 1 year more to pass for Brahma?
That is very difficult. That's the thing I'm telling you. Brahma's 1 day is one kalpa, means one kalpa equals 1000 Mahayugas, and one Mahayuga is 4,320,000 years.
Which is equal to the 4 yugas?
Which is equal to the 4 yugas. Yeah. That is one Mahayuga. So 1000 times that. 1000 times 4,320,000 years is Brahma's 1 day. There you go.
But one time you said that only 20 Mahayugas passed.
No. 20 Mahayugas. No. Now I don't know how many Mahayugas will be. Now I know that 1000 Mahayugas is one kalpa.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what according to Mahabhagavatam. That's what I know. Okay.
అంటే బ్రహ్మదేవి 51
For Brahma, this is the 51st year. Yeah, that is for
డే.
he is like, for them 1 year. Yeah, it is like that. Yeah.
Is 100 times 100,000?
Give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
No, let us not get into those details. Let us work on this now. So thereupon, like now, so all the self-realized souls and all, they enjoy their stay. Okay, for the time of a kalpa, like for the day of Brahma. And then thereupon, he who from the, like, he sees the universe, like after that what happens, once after this kalpa is done, okay, the entire creation goes back. It might be, sometimes it might be burning into ashes, sometimes it might be going under the water, or everything is gone. Nothing will be there. Everything goes back, goes back, goes back. The universe goes back into where it came from, and then that goes back into where it came from. Like that, it goes back, goes back. We will know now how it comes out. Also, we will know now. Everything goes back. Okay, and then for the two halves of the Brahma, and then Brahma will sleep, and then he will wake up again, like that. And he is the home of the purified, and there one will never find bereavement. If one reaches that kind of stage, once everybody goes back, okay, everything, nothing is in their creation. Then what is going to happen? Will there be any old age? No. There won't be death, there won't be pain, there won't be anxiety, nothing will be there, nothing will be there.
Then why did the creation even happen? If the creation then happened, well,
no, that's something
it wasn't bad.
Yes, we are created, right? So we have to talk about this. That's it. Why did it happen? It happened. Now we have to think of to reach that stage where it cannot happen again and again, sort of. Okay, and it is very hard to overcome this. Wait a second. There one will never find any kind of bereavement or old age, death, pain, or anxieties or anything. Okay, and save that one. So, someone sometimes has feelings of compassion when one sees the ignorant who are subjected to the hard to overcome misery of the repetition of birth and death. 1 second, please. Put it away. Put it away. Now, after surpassing the forms of water and fire and thus having reached the pure self, why I'm telling you, everything goes into water and then into fire and then goes back like that, and thus having reached the pure self, free from the fear. Okay, one thus attains that kind of liberation, and in due course of time, by the self, its air reaches the self. Okay, the self meaning the entire Paramatma. Okay, it goes back to that. And the true greatness of one soul, true greatness of one soul. And by sense of having, and now what happens is, the smell, it will become into the senses, and by palate it will get into become the taste, and by the eye it becomes into the vision, and by physical contact it becomes the touch, and finally by sound vibrations experiencing the quality of the akasham. Okay, I told you the 5 elements now, right? The smell, the taste,
The
visions,
senses.
touch, yeah, the 5 senses, and the akasha, the sound vibrations. Okay, all these things. The yogi, he will get all the activities of the senses and also attains the more, everything will go back to its senses. Okay, like that. And after this, you will understand as we go. What I'm trying to tell you, it'll as we go inside more, we will understand. And then the mental level in relation to the gross and the subtle has reached the neutral part of the awareness. Like you see everything in the creation as Paramatma, and at the same time in yourself also you see the Paramatma, and then you get back to your senses. Everything goes back. So this is how one can attain realization, or one can attain liberation in this kind of method. Okay, but which method the Khatwanga did, right? Khatwanga, how he did the meditation, he got all the senses of touch, okay, into the physical contact, into back into that sense, and everything that you can use your sense, he got back. He got it back into the in
What if
internal
you
body.
open your eyes, but you put the vision in the internal body, but you
Yes.
open your eyes?
Yes, that's
Will you
what.
be blind?
No, you won't be blind. You only see what you want to see. You won't be seeing what is in front of you. Okay, that kind of thing. What you will want to see is Parabrahma. Okay, that is how you. This is a lot of critical thinking if you actually think. Okay, a lot of critical thinking. Okay, but a little difficult to understand because very difficult for us to do. Okay, but that's what it is. By that like what happens when you actually withdraw all the senses and go back to the things by stopping all the natural modes and towards the reality of the what is the Paramatma, seeing Paramatma in everything. Okay, that sense of touch is nothing but Paramatma, that sense of smell is nothing but Paramatma, like that, and experiencing it actually, experiencing it. And he who attains that destination of devotion, okay, and goes to he will attain the peace and he will attain the satisfaction. I told you, when you are doing this, one should have the satisfaction also. There should be no fear. Why I am telling you this? Remember this satisfaction and no fear concept, because towards the end, end of the Bhagavatam, I will tell you. Towards the very end. I don't know when we are going to come to that part, but towards the very end. Remember, satisfaction and no fear. That's very, very important when you are doing this. I will not tell you. No, we will finish it before that. He who attains this destination of devotion certainly will never get attracted to this material world. And while you are doing this, okay, one should have something that is known as devotion. Okay, if you do it without devotion, hey, I know everything, but I don't have devotion. What is devotion? Can anybody tell me? Devotion. What do you think is devotion? Hey, I want to. I want.
You don't have to. You
Love
don't
towards God
think
and follow the dharma.
Devotion means unfaithful, unflickering, not even for a second also, or not even for a millimicrosecond also. You should never
No?
waver your no micro also, even that also. Okay, you should have continuous love, unconditional love towards God. You don't impose conditions without any reason. You just love God, no reason at all. There might be something that you love in your life, right? And it should be that kind of love towards be there to God without any conditions. Okay, and it should never waver. That is called bhakti.
Technically, if you love
That is
something,
called bhakti.
technically, if you love something for no reason and it never happens, but it isn't God, technically it's still God because everything is God.
God is God only. But if you show the love towards God, then it is called devotion. Okay. And so now Shuka is telling, okay, I explained you two paths now. The indirect path, two direct and indirect paths, the paths. Okay, I told you. I described to you. Okay, because you asked me like how can I attain liberation? Okay, and whatever I told to you right now, it is actually in agreement with the Vedas actually explain that. Okay, and it was formerly explained by Lord Vasudeva is the one who resides in everyone. Okay, Vasa, he actually resides in every one of us. So that Vasudeva explained to Lord Brahma, and who had Lord Brahma when he worshipped, when Lord Brahma worshipped for Vasudeva, then he told him this eternal truth, and I am also explaining you according to that. And for those who in this life they wander around in the, people are all in the material universe, always thinking about this, that, and all. There is no way of attaining more auspicious than the direct path by which one arrives. Like direct path is bhakti. You should have devotion towards God, love towards God. That is the most direct path one can have. Okay, of the supreme personality of Lord Vasudeva. And the great personality, the Vasudeva, he was studied. Okay, sit up, please, sit up. Now, how did I know this? The Vyasa, right? Vyasa is the one who taught him. Vyasa studied the Veda. First Vyasa, how he wrote this particular part is, because this one is so difficult to understand. Mahapurusha Samsthana and Purusha Samsthana, the small one that you have to think in your heart. He studied Veda, the Vyasas, he studied Vedas 3 times. Before Vyasa, there were no divisions in the Vedas. If you remember, I told you this several times. Put that away. And he studied all the Vedas 3 times in total, with his scrutinized to them. Very, very in depth he studied with scholarly attention. And then he determined that, okay, someone is optimally focused when he is attracted to the soul. Okay, he read everything 3 times, and then he said, okay, when will one understand when he is attracted? His soul has to be attracted to that particular subject. Okay, his soul has to be attracted, otherwise he won't be focused at all. Okay, that is what Vyasa determined. And then he said, okay, the Parabrahman, he can only be perceived in all living beings based on the actual nature of that soul. But if you see yourselves also, some of you might like Krishna, some of you might like Rama, some of you might like some other form, Narasimha Swami or Lalita Devi. Okay, some other different forms we might like, and different times we might like different people, different gods. I mean, okay, because this is the nature of your soul. And for some people, if they do abhishekam of linga, they will get more results. If some people, if they do puja of Lalita Devi, they will get more results. It all depends on the soul within us, what is its nature. Okay, that's what we will know. And the Lord, who the Vyasadeva, actually understood that when he was reading the Vedas. And as a Lord who, by the intelligence of the seer, he is recognized. Everybody has different kinds of signs and different kinds of effects for these kind of things. Therefore, every human soul, O king, must, wherever he is or and whenever he exists, okay. But basic thing for everybody one is one has to hear. Hear what? One has to hear only Bhagavan's Parabrahma stories. Parabrahma means it could be in the Shiva form, it could be in Krishna form, it could be in Lalita Devi form, any form, doesn't matter. Okay, but you have to be constantly listening to the stories. That is the way you can actually link yourself. You can link yourself to the God. Okay, and then those who fill their ears with the narrations of the Supreme Lord or of the Parabrahman, okay, they are most dear to the devotees and drink from that nectar and drink from that amrita. Okay, like that. And they will find that all these materialistic pleasures are actually bad, contaminated. We do not want them. And their mind will become purified. Okay, chitta shuddhi. And they will return back to the. So here, see that they will return to the presence of his lotus feet. It is told, Shuka told that we will all return to the presence of his lotus feet. What does that mean? We came from there only, right?
You said that 5 times.
I know,
at
but
first.
yes, we came from there only and we are only returning. That's what we have to do. There is nothing new we have to achieve, whereas we have to go back from where we came from. Yes, Tikshna, what is it?
So నువ్వు మరి సోల్లో నేచర్ ఉంటుందట కదా
Soul nature in kaadu. Soul nature kaadu. Nature of your soul. Like, what do you like? Got
మరి
it?
అది ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది
అది ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? Yes, that for that you have to think, you have to observe yourself, you have to analyze yourself, you have to think, what do I like? Do I like this or do I like that one? Which one do you like more? Like that, you have to make your own analysis. Or you can find a guru and you can talk to them and then you can understand yourself. Yeah. Okay. And now comes the next section. It's known as pure devotional service. Okay, we are entering the next chapter on
This
in
is
lesson.
like the
And now Sri Shukadeva, that is Shukadeva Goswami, Shuka Maharshi, whoever I told, it is Shuka, son of Vyasa, and he is telling, okay, for the intelligent among men, that means those who are very intelligent, that means intelligent people only will want Brahma Vidya, whatever you are learning right now. Okay, and I have given you all the answers, okay, in response to your inquiring of what yourself, what do you want about the human being when one is on the threshold of death. That's what he asked, right? He asked, I am on the threshold of my death, what should I do now? Okay, that's what he asked. So I told you everything. So but now what happens, some people will want to know the knowledge of the Vedas, everything they want to know. Okay, like absolute, how to absolute worship the absolute Parabrahman. And then you know whom they have to worship? They have to worship Brahaspati. Say that? Brahaspati. Brahaspati is the guru of the devatas, right? And if one wants to fulfill their materialistic desires, pleasures, materialistic things, okay, for that they have to worship Indra. Say Indra. And if one wants good offspring meaning kids and all, one wants good offspring, they have to worship Prajapatis. Say that? Prajapatis. Praja meaning people, Prajapatis meaning one who can grant the people. And if one wants to desire the like the beauty of the material world and all, like what is the Prakriti? Okay, Prakriti, if you want to worship that, if you want that, one has to worship Durga, goddess Durga.
Okay, remember.
Yes, goddess Durga. Say that? Durga. No, you have to worship the goddess, meaning Durga, Lalita, same thing. Okay. If one wants power, okay, if one wants power, they have to worship fire. Okay, they have to worship fire. And if one wants wealth, lot of wealth, it could be it could be property or different kinds of, there are lots of different kinds of wealth, right? So if one wants wealth, they have to worship Vasus. Say that?
Vasus.
Vasus, there are 8 Vasus, okay? but 8 vasus are there who are in the earth generally. Okay, and if one wants strength and heroism, okay, you want really strength and heroism, this kind of greatness and all, you have to worship Lord Shiva, Rudra. Say Rudra, Rudra. Okay. For a good harvest, okay, generally, if one wants a good harvest, what happens is one has to worship the mother of Devatas, who is Aditi. Okay, Aditi, and one who desiring Aditi is the one who actually worshipped her husband, Kashyapa Prajapati. Kashyapa Prajapati, see, Prajapati, because she wanted kids, and all the she got Devatas as her kids. Okay, and because she worshipped them, and for those who are and got the kids, if one wants harvest, you have to worship Aditi. And for those desiring royal riches, okay, they are devatas called Vischa Deva. Okay, and then there, if one wants success in their life, commercial success, one has to worship sadhyas. These are all different kinds of devatas: sadhyas, siddhas, vidyadharas. I told you yesterday also, there are different kinds of levels of gods between the Parabrahman is different, Trimurtis are different, and these are all like, what can you say, administrative system of gods, that I can say. Okay, and if one desires longevity, okay, if you want more lifespan, good health and all, one has to worship Ashwini Devatas. Say that, Ashwini Devatas. And if one wants a strong body, one has to worship Mother Earth. Okay, and those who want to maintain their position and to have a lot of fame and in their life and all, okay, they have to respect the goddess of earth and the heavens. Okay, in the earth also, and on the heavens also, all the gods and goddesses you have to respect. And if one wants beauty, okay, one wants to be beautiful and all, they have to pray for the heavenly Gandharvas. Okay, and those who want a good wife, seek the girls or the heavenly society and all, I mean, then they should worship Apsarasas. Apsarasas and Urvashi, these are all like, Apsarasa, in their body, they have Rasaswabhava. They have lot of water element in the body. Lot of water element. They get to experience. When you experience something, any kind of feeling, that is because of the Apsarasas in the body. Okay, every one of us have all these things in our body. And now, okay, and anyone who wants to dominate others, okay, if you want to dominate, if anybody wants to, hey, I want to become more than anybody else, like that, can anybody guess whom should you worship? You can take the example of Rakshasas and see who are they worshipping for every time, because they want domination. Whom did they do worship for?
Shiva or Brahma.
Brahma. They always worshipped for Brahma. Okay. Shiva did not grant. Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, they worshipped Brahma only. Okay, if world domination is required, one has to worship Brahma, the head of the universe. Okay, and Yajna is the lord of sacrifice. He is worshipped by for tangible fame. If one wants kirti, that is actually that can be felt, sort of. Okay, and a good bank balance, if you want, pray for the Varuna or Kubera. Okay, like that. And then for those who desire to learn, you want knowledge. I want knowledge. I want to learn. I want to be. I want to remember. I want a lot of memory. Worship Shiva. Worship knowledge means Shiva. Okay. While if one wants a good marriage, okay, they want to get into a very good. They want a very good wife and all. Then you have to worship Uma. Say that. Uma. Uma is another name for Parvati. Okay, Uma. But no, Uma is the name itself. There is a gimmick. There is a mantra balam. There is a balam in that name itself. Uma. It's a powerful name. And for spiritual progress and supreme truth, the supreme, what should you do? You want a lot of spiritual progress. You want to attain Parabrahman. One should worship
Vishnu.
Vishnu and his devotees. And even his devotees also one has, because Vishnu loves it when you actually pray for his devotees also. And for offspring and their care, like of our kids have to be healthy, our kids have to be protected and all. For that, one has to worship Pitru Devatas. Okay, Pitru Devatas, always their grace have to be on us in order.
Administrative gods.
These are all we are all talking about 33 million and Pitru Devatas are one among them. Okay, and pious persons who are sought by those who seek protection. Well, all this administrative system of gods in general are there for standing strong in life. Like all this, in order to to stand strong in life, we have to worship all these 33 million gods. Okay, now the godly Manus. Okay, first of all, before that there was creation, but Manus. Say that Manus.
Manu.
Manu, all these Manus, there are different, there are 14 Manvantaras. Every time there will be 14 Manus. Ah, okay, now I remember Kirtana. 14 Manus will be there. They will be going around like a cycle, Karna. Okay, they will be going around like a cycle. 14 Manvantaras, again 14, again the same 14, again the same 14. It is like a cycle. Okay, they keep
How
on.
long is, like, what exactly is a manvantara?
I don't know exactly. When I know, I'll tell you. Okay, Manvantara is where like we are in right now. We are in the 7th Manvantara for this cycle. In this Kalpa, there will be one Kalpa, 14 Manvantaras, I think. Something like that. There is a different calculation. But anyway, Manvantara is Manvantara, and for we are in the Shweta Varaha Kalpa, and for Shweta Varaha Kalpa, and for this Manu is Vaivaswata Manu. We are in the 7th Manvantara. Okay, Vaivaswata Manu.
Okay.
Say that, everybody. Vaivaswata
Vaiva.
Manu. Hmm. This is very important. Every day we have to tell this. Every day. During the Sankalpam, in the pujas, we tell it. If you don't, I know you are all kids, you don't know. That's why I'm telling again. So the godly Manus are there for desiring, if you want kingdom and all, because they ruled the earth. Okay. If one wants to rule, they have to worship Manu. Manus meaning Manu. And then if one wants to defeat the enemies, you have to worship Rakshasas, I mean demons. Okay? There are this also. There is this kind of thing also. If you no. Like if one wants to defeat their enemies, you have to
Demon is Rakshasa.
No. Demons are meaning bhutas, pisajas, these kind of things. Anyway. Now, the ones desiring sense gratification, like if your materialistic pleasures and all you want to fulfill and all, then one has to worship moon. Okay, while those Chandra, you say Chandra, and while those who are not like moon, if I say moon, that won't be correct. Chandra is the right way. Okay, while okay, I'll say Chandra. Okay, while those who are free from desire, okay, if you don't have any desires, you worship Parabrahma. Okay, worship the Parabrahma. Whether one is free from desire or is full of desires, doesn't matter. Okay, if one attains liberation and all, someone of a serious consideration with all the heart in the devotional service, all the time. I have desires. Okay, you can think, okay, I have desires, I want to do this, I want to do that. But still, I want to think of Parabrahma all the time. Yes, do it with Bhakti Yoga. Okay, have devotion towards the God. Okay, and then think of the Parabrahma only. Whatever you are doing, put it on him only. And all these types of worshippers. Now, did you see so many kinds of worship we talked about so far? Are you understanding? So many based on your need. We gave you so much, like so many kinds of gods you can worship. So many different kinds of administrative system of gods as well as Parabrahma also. Anybody you can worship based on your desire, based on your necessity. All these things we gave. Okay, but all these types of worshippers, for sure, as we are doing it, you know what happens? Slowly, if you are worshipping for a small, if you want so many things and you are worshipping it, slowly you will be taken on that path. Okay, your desire will be fulfilled, and slowly your belief will become more, and you will worship more. Like that, your what do you say? Your stages will increase in the bhakti. Okay, shh. Can you please not move? Sit down. The knowledge leading to the limit of the complete withdrawal from the whirlpool of the material modes results in the satisfaction of the soul. Again, I'm telling you every time I'm focusing on the satisfying, being satisfied of the yoga.
Times they're going to put super soul.
In the then what happens is you will be detached from these modes, and the satisfaction carries the blessings of the path of bhakti yoga and being absorbed in the narrations about the Lord. Like you heard all these kind of things. Sometimes we might relate to this, we might not relate to this, and later there are a lot of beautiful stories that are going to come which you might relate to. Even one story is enough for us. If we connect to one story really properly, that could actually get us out of this birth and death cycle. Okay, which story is that? That depends on your soul. That depends on your nature of the soul. Right? Do you understand? Your nature of the soul, it depends. But we will come across that. But we have to know, we have to touch and see everything. Is this for me? Is this for me? But do not, you will never, because of listening to all of this, you will definitely, your sins are being washed away. Your sins are being washed away because we are all listening to this. Okay, that's one, what do you say, advantage we have because of listening to this. And being absorbed in the narrations about the Lord, who would then act upon this attraction? Obviously, we will be attracted towards God, right? Every day, okay, this time happens, oh, I want to see what happened, like that. And now Shaunaka said, what is it? Shaunaka, remember, Shaunaka is one of those 88,000 munis that are in the Naimisharanya. Okay, we should not forget that. And he has been
No, he's
asking
one of the
Suta.
4 brothers.
Okay, no. Shaunaka, and then he asked, what is that the king, the ruler of Bharat, the Parikshit? Okay, what did he wanted to know more of from the son of Vyasa, from Shuka? What did he, now what is he knowing? Now Shuka told all of these things, right? Okay, now what else is he going to learn? Oh, learn Sutta, please explain us. We are all eager to hear about it because we are all devotees. We are all assembly of devotees, and we really love to hear more about the narrations of the Bhagavan. Okay, he, the king. Okay, wait. What are you doing, Nana? Okay, he is the grandson of. Who is the grandson of Pandavas? Can anybody tell me now? Who is the grandson of Pandavas? Who is listening to this? Other than
Parikshit.
other than Prakashni. Parikshit. Parikshit is the grandson of Pandavas, and he was no doubt a great devotee and a great fighter who, playing with his toys as a child, okay, he when he while he was playing with his toys, he actually thought, hey, this is Lord Krishna, these are all gopikas, like that he played, and this is my Abhimanyu, this is like that, all these kind of games he played. Okay, and for him it should be easy when he was listening to all of this, and that must have been so also true for the son of Vyasa also, because in the presence of all those devotees there, remember, Parikshit is along with so many sages and he is listening to Shuka Maharshi. And in his attachment to the Supreme Lord Vasudeva, glorified by so many, he proved to have all the great qualities. And except for the one who spends his times on the topics about the one hailed in the scriptures, the rising and setting sun only decreases the lives of the people. Like every day sun rises, goes down, and every day what happens? We are again one day closer to, as the age increases, one day we are closer to the leaving the body also, right? That's what happens. So the trees are also not good. What was happening there? Okay, at that time we want to know, are the trees are also not growing? Are the blacksmith's bellows not producing the air? Are they all listening to the stories? Are all the bees all around and all, they are also not eating and procreating? Must we know that we also not only answer to our true nature like that. So a person whose ear never reached the holy name of the God, if you come across a person who never listened to the name of the God, okay, who will deliver us from all evil, okay,
Did
he
you
is
guys
not, he is not better than a dog, right? Like a dog, can it attain mukti? No. A hog can attain, no. How can it attain mukti? How can a dog attain mukti?
there's something called Krita Yuga?
No, Kruta Yuga, you do not give me those things where, no, Kruta Yuga, okay, a hog or a donkey or a camel, all these kind of things, will they attain mukti? Because they cannot listen to the God's name.
They can.
They don't understand. That's the point.
The-
Okay, the ears of a man who never heard of Vishnu, the one of the great step forward are like those kind of snakes, and also the
Adisesha?
tongues. No, we are not talking about Adisesha. Here they are talking about normal, this kind of people. Okay, because every time you have to remind, why am I listening to this story? Because if one does not listen to this story, they will be like those snakes and also the tongues of those who never sang the songs of worth aloud and are useless as those of frogs. Let us say you sing songs, but you are not singing songs that are actually related to Bhagavan. Then what is the point? right? That's what. And one is carrying a heavy silk turban. The upper part of the body is like just a burden when the body, when that head never bows down to Mukunda. Remember Mukunda meaning what? Yesterday we talked about Mukunda. The Krishna that grants us liberation is called Mukunda.
Moksha.
Ah,
He only
excellent.
comes in Dwapara Yuga.
No. Krishna was always there. Trust me. Krishna stays in a lokam called Golokam.
We
Remember
know.
that. No, you
We
don't.
cannot reach there if we cannot go there.
No, if it's all a plane. If you think you are there, you are there. Okay, just like hands that not engaged in the worship of Lord, they are like those of a dead body, like that. And however, decorating them with all they are with glittering golden bangles, like the eyes of those plumes of a peacock or eyes of those men who do not see the forms of Vishnu. Okay, peacock's feathers. They have a peacock feather has an eye, right? Okay, but can it see the form of Vishnu?
No.
Because it's not a real eye.
It's an
That's why.
element.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's why. It is like that. What he means to say is those eyes who did not see the Vishnu, or those ears that did not hear the Vishnu's things, or with all the senses, if you are not touched by Vishnu, all those are waste. Okay, but they are giving you a lot of what do you say, analogies. One way you can see of this is you can use it in your essay writings. Okay, that way you can improve your vocabulary. And the other thing is you can actually understand how this entire materialistic world is not important. Okay, that's another way you can look at it in a spiritual way. And these mortals who never personally receive the dust of the feet, okay, of pure devotees, are they are dead, which while being alive, and it's like a dead corpse breathing. They were like that because if you do not touch the feel the aroma of the tulsi leaves of Bhagavan, like next time, you know what happens. Yesterday, when we are reading, when we were learning about the Mahapurusha Samsthana, when they said the air that whatever he is breathing became the air. That touched me. Okay, whatever you are breathing is nothing but Bhagavan. Think for that a little moment. Think for a second. Whatever you are breathing is nothing but Bhagavan. That air is nothing but Bhagavan. That will make you connect. That will make you connect. Okay. And certainly the heart of a steel frame that despite being absorbed in the chanting of the name of the Lord is not moved. Like when you are listening to the God stories, sometimes you know what happens? The eyes will become wet. The eyes will become wet means that there are tears coming out of eyes, like that. Or the hairs will be standing on one end. Okay, like you get goosebumps. Okay, all these kind of things will happen if you listen with all senses. Okay. And Suta Goswami, again, Suta Goswami, Suta Maharshi, or these are all the names that you give for the sages. So you express yourself so faithfully. Okay, you are telling like with a lot of sincerity, so faithfully, with a lot of faith. And therefore, please tell us more. Please tell us more about this Parabrahma Jnanam. We want to know more about the Tattva. Okay, that the leading great devotee, Shukadeva Goswami, so expertly spoke. And what else? What else did they talk about? Now comes the process of creation. Okay, everything, how it started. Okay, like that. Now, Suta said, after having realized what Shukadeva Goswami has said about the verification of the soul, what is the reality of your soul? He told, right? What do you like? Think. What is attracted to you? Even that is also important. Okay, and then he concentrated on Krishna, who um, Parikshit now concentrated on Krishna when he was telling. And for a moment innerly, he meditated on Krishna. And he gave up the deep-rooted and constant selfhood. Now, he gave up that. First thing he gave up is his selfhood to his relation to his body, his wife, his son, the treasury he has, the kingdom, all the relatives, all the friends in that undisputed kingdom. He let go of that first. Okay, he sat down and he let go of that thing first. These are all nothing, like that. And the great soul, from his full conviction, he inquired. Now, after this, he asked exactly the way you are asking it me. He also asked the same thing. Okay, whatever all the questions that Shaunaka and all asked Suta, like that, Parikshit also asked the same question. Okay, tell me more. I want to know more, like that, being informed about the death, he renounced of all his materialistic attachments that he has towards everybody. He let go of that. Okay, all the regulation of religious acts, economic development, and sense gratification, everything he let go. And then he said, "What you said is perfectly right, Oshuka Maharshi. Okay, you told me whatever you said, like how to let go, all these kind of things, free from contaminations. Now I let go of all things because you have gave me the knowledge. You have all the knowledge and made the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance is darkness, right? By telling the stories about the Lord, you are making me, you are doing that because you told me how he looks, how everything is him. Okay. And I would like to hear again from you about more about the Parabrahma. How does he, okay, by his energies, how does he create this entire world? How did it even come into existence of the universe? Which is so unconceivable. It's so different to conceive, understand also. To even the like greatest masters of sages, to the greatest sages also, who can keep on meditating. For them also, it is so difficult to understand how did this creation start. And please tell me about the way the powerful one arrives at his energies. How does he get his energies and how he maintains them and how he gets them all back again? How does he do that? How does this all powerful supreme personality engage? How is he engaging himself? And how does he involve himself with them? And what are his actions? What does he do? What causes he has to be done? What causes he to be done? And then even the scholars, in spite of endeavoring for his sake, they keep on thinking of him. They fall short of his great activities. Nobody can understand. It's so difficult to even comprehend all these kind of things. And how is he coming? How is he, his different natural qualities? Every time he comes in a form, he keeps that form and he comes in a different other form. And he performs those activities. And again he takes another form and he let goes of this form. And different kind of appearances he's making. You told me so many avatars also, so many incarnations also. How is this happening? Hmm? Please clear up these questions of mine. I am not understanding anything. Please tell me. Okay, you, after all, being both of the oral tradition, you know everything. Okay, now he is telling Shuka, because Shuka is Brahmajnani, he knows everything. Okay, because both of the oral tradition with the Vedic literature and a full realization are you are as good as the Brahmajnanam himself. You are as good as the Bhagavan himself. Obviously, Shuka was born Brahmajnani. He is Bhagavan himself. Okay, but now he's asking. Now Suta said, upon thus being requested by the king, Suta is telling to Shaunaka. Now, Hrishikesha, say that. Hrishikesha.
Rishikesa.
Okay, this is another name for the Bhagavan. Hrishikesha means, okay, one who conquered his senses, one who has all his senses in control. Okay, so whenever Hrishikesha Nama is coming, whenever that name is coming, one who conquered all the senses, or one who is the master of his senses, or one who has all the self control or control of the senses. Okay, his senses will listen to him. He wants to see something, he will see. He does not want to see something, even if it is in front of his eyes, he will not see. Like that. Okay. And Shuka thought for a while. Immediately he did not answer. He's actually meditating or he's listening to the question and he's thinking for a while, and after that only he's answering. Okay. And now Shuka said, and before he talked again, he said, how this entire creation came into existence, how is he doing all this kind of activities, how is he supporting them, how is he getting them back all in, and how is he taking so many incarnations and again not maintaining, getting immersed in them by at the same time he is performing. All these are the questions, right? So now Shuka is telling, okay, my namaskarams, my sashtanga namaskarams to the Parabrahma. He said that. And who, for the maintenance and also the getting everything inside for the complete whole of the main creation by his, it's only his leelas. Okay, these are all his what? Leelas. And whatever the activities that God does, Nana, I cannot see anything, Nana.
I can.
Please open.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Sorry. Please do not disturb me and do not move. Okay. And by his own pastimes, like this Leelas, assume the power of three modes. He assumes the power of three modes. Give me 1 second, please. not mind. 3 modes while residing within the body, within all bodies. He is within all of us, right? But he assumes 3 modes, and as the one whose ways are inconceivable. One thing is how we cannot understand. If we understand, we became Jivan Mukta. Keep that in mind. If you understand, that means you became Jivan Mukta. We are trying to understand. We are on the path. Again, my namaskarams to those who frees the truthful ones, who are very truthful ones and who wants to understand, he will free them from the distressing controversies of who unfollow untruth. Okay, some people follow what is not there. Asatyam meaning, satyam meaning, say sat. Sat means you might think that it is truth. It actually means eternal, something that is eternal, something that is eternal. That is called sat. Something forever. Okay, something that is there forever. Forever. It will not, yeah, like that. Okay, it is there forever. So let me offer my namaskaram. No, so now he is telling who my namaskarams to all the people who attained the high spiritual plane, and those are known as Paramahamsas. Say that. Paramahamsa.
Paramahamsa.
Paramahamsa. You will come across this kind of people, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. There will be a lot of Paramahamsas. Okay, those are the one who attain the highest stage of spiritual perfection. That means they are Jivan Muktas. Okay, and you will come across those who are non-devotees, right? Who are like, hey, today we woke up, we did our things, we played, we ate, we slept. Again, wake up, did some things, and we ate, we slept, whatever you did, like that. Though, and they don't think of God at all. They are non-devotees, and some are greatest of devotees. Okay, I am keeping them far away who are not all devotees, because this can only be told to devotees. Whatever you are listening right now, it can only be told to devotees. You should not tell these kind of things to non-devotees, right? Who are not devotees, you cannot tell. So I bow down to the Parabrahman, who is as great as enjoying the all these things that he created. Okay, he's enjoying his abode in the spiritual sky. And again, I offer him my namaskarams, who is all auspicious. Okay, and for the glorification, remembrance, audience, prayers, hearing about and worship of him, this person, whatever you do, like in the glory of him, whatever you do for him, will remove your sins and consequence, will wipe away all the sins of people. And the bright ones, all the intelligent ones, they actually surrender to him, to his, for to let go of all the attachment. Okay, if you want to let go of all the attachment, what can you do? You put everything in the Bhagavan's feet. You think of Bhagavan. You put everything in the Bhagavan's feet and realize without difficulty the progress of their heart. And slowly, you know what happens? You can observe yourself. Okay, if you keep on listening to these stories, you observe yourself after 1 year, you observe yourself after one more whole year, you will see yourself spiritually growing. Okay, that's one thing. And up onto that renown, all auspicious, the Parabrahman is all auspicious. And I again offer my namaskarams again and again. See that Shuka Goswami, he's already realized Parabrahman, he is Jivan Mukta, and he himself is doing the prayers, means how much should we do? Right? We should do more, yes or not? That's one thing we have to understand. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Every time they do that, every time they are talking about God, they offer their namaskarams every time, and then only they talk. And they offer their namaskarams so many times, every time. And now great sages, performers of people who donate a lot, and distinguished people, lot of great thinkers, and people who chant mantras, people who sing a lot of songs for song, and strict followers, okay, of dharma and all, they can attain tangible results when they are not dedicated to him. Okay, if you want whatever you want, like, okay, I want this kind of purpose, and for this purpose I am doing this puja. If you want that, it will be given to you, sort of. Okay, and all these results are actually given by whom? That Parabrahman himself. Keep that in mind. So I am doing namaskaram to that Parabrahman. Okay, and the people of old Bharata, Europe, like southern India, Greece, and Pulkas, like there is all so many pets, Shumba, Turkey, Mongolia. Okay, all these people they used to worship before Lord Vishnu only, and many more entangled in sin. Immediately, they everywhere, whoever people in the world, everywhere, when they are attached to God, they will attain purification. Their mind will be purified and they take shelter to his devotees. Now, the powerful Lord Vishnu, I offer to that Lord Vishnu, I offer my namaskarams. And he is the super soul of all and all Lord of the, everything goes back to him. Everything is within him. Okay, everything is him, like that. To that kind of Lord Vishnu, I am offering my namaskarams. And one who is there in the form of Lord Brahma, okay, Lord Shiva and others, let him be always graceful to me. And may he, the Supreme Lord and Master of all devotees, who is the owner of all everything, and director, he is the Yajna Purusha, and he is the leader of all the living entities, and the master of the intelligent ones. He is the ruler of all worlds, and the supreme head of the planet Earth, and the destination, and the first among the Yadu kings of the Satvatas, the Anthakas, the Vrishnis. This is the Lord Krishna they are talking about. Lord Krishna is the one who belongs to them. And let him be merciful with me. It is said that faithful to the authorities is always thinking of his lotus feet. And in that trance, if you are in that stage, if you constantly think about Lord Krishna like this, what happens? Without knowing, your mind gets purified. Your sins will be washed away. Okay, and arrive at the knowledge of the ultimate reality of the soul. Here he is actually doing the stuti. Stuti meaning worship of Lord Krishna. Okay, that is what Suta is, Shuka Maharshi is doing here. And oh Mukunda, Mukunda meaning Krishna that gives us liberation. My super, don't worry about that. Dikshna is, Dikshna, you forgot to keep the hand down. Okay. Now, oh Mukunda, my supreme Lord, who is described by the scholars to their liking, may your grace be always with them. Okay, at the beginning of the creation, Saraswati, the goddess of learning, she appeared to be created from Brahma's jihva, tongue, mouth, like that she came. Okay, and was inspired by him to strengthen him, and she in turn strengthened him. Okay, the first created being in the heart of the purpose of the proper remembrance of himself. Okay, what is the purpose? Okay, now I told you one thing. Brahma came, okay, out of Brahma's tongue, Saraswati came. There is no form. Okay, it's all radiances. Saraswati is nothing but knowledge. And she in turn made him remember who he is. May he, the teacher of teachers, be pleased with him. Okay, so who Brahma is? He thought, who am I? Who am I like that? And then he thought, who at the foundation of the material creation, he empowers the material creation and her living beings made of the material elements. And then, please sit, please sit, please sit. And then came from the Purusha, the Paramatma, the Purusha meaning I told you, a form, a kind of form. Okay, there came 16 divisions. Say that? 16 divisions. Okay, one is consciousness. Say consciousness.
Consciousness.
Elements of earth, water, fire, air, and either meaning akasha, space, like that, akasha. And the 5 organs of action, I told you 5 organs of action and 5 organs of senses, and they came. Okay, they were all like that. There is no form for them. They were all like that. Let us say sense of touch, sense of hearing, sense of seeing, sense of what do you say? Like all the 5 senses. Okay, and all the organs that can sense, they are also separate. Okay, everything is separate. And may that Supreme Lord lend charm to my statements. Okay, my namaskarams to him. Now he is still doing the stutis. Because of him, all these things came. And there's Shodasha Kalas. Say that? 16 forms. Shodasha Kalas. Kala Prapurna. Like that. Now my namaskarams to that. And now he's saying that who is the compiler of Vedic literatures? The first being called is Brahma. The first one, the first created being who is Brahma, my dear king, meaning Parikshit, he imparted now on the request. Now Narada came and requested him. Then he gave this knowledge. Narada, now he is telling him, first knowledge was requested by Narada, and then Brahma gave this knowledge to Narada. Now I am going to tell you that. Now Narada is asking Creator. My namaskarams to you, O God of gods, Brahma. Okay, you are the firstborn, right? Now I came out of you, I can see that. Okay, I can see you are from whom all the living beings are being generated. Now can you please explain me the knowledge that leads to the truth of the soul. What is the truth? Like, where did I come from? What is this form? The basis. And what is the source of this created world? Where did it come from? And how is it conserved? And what is it controlled? And please, what is it factual? What are the facts and all? I need to know the facts. Okay. And all this is known by you. I know that you know all of this, since you know that all that has become, and you know what is going to happen, what will happen, and when it's going to end, everything you know. So, oh Master, you hold this universe because you have the Vijnanam. Vijnanam meaning you have the experience of the knowledge. You have the experience of the knowledge. So, like one holds a walnut like that. So, what is the source of your wisdom? How did you get that knowledge? And who protects you? And who is above you? He is asking who is above Brahma. Are you understanding? We are not talking about Parabrahman. We are talking about Brahma. Okay. Narada is asking Brahma, who is above you? In what capacity do you, with the help of potency, you with all the kind of energy, something you got on your own, how are you creating on your own, creating all the living beings? All of you might have seen a spider, right? Spider. How have you ever seen spider spinning its web?
No, and
You know-
yes.
And how did
One
it
used
come?
to
Did
live
it
on our
did it take
window.
anything from outside and create, or did it something come from itself and it created?
It
Yeah.
Think about that.
It just built a hole on our window.
Right, like that, like that. Now they are giving the same analogy, like a spider creating its web with you without any help from your own soul power. You are just creating things out of yourself. Okay. Oh Almighty One, in this world, I do not know a single entity having a name, a form, and qualities that is superior, inferior, or equal, of a temporary nature or lasting forever. I have not seen something like that. I do not know. And which owes its existence to any other source other than you. There is nothing that I have seen that did not come from you. Are you understanding? Narada is saying, I did to Brahma, to his creator, to who created him, his father, let us say, like that. Okay, I did not see anything else that is not created from you at all, like that. So we are wary of the fact that you, with your perfect discipline, you must have underwent. I can see you always do severe penance. You are always constantly in tapas, creating like that. Okay, we thus had the chance to doubt whether your good self would be the ultimate truth, or and thus thought of an then we thought, are you the ultimate truth, or is there something higher than you? Like that we thought. Okay, we thought. So, oh, you know everything. Oh, all knower. You, the one who knows everything. Oh, Brahma, please explain to me all that I have asked you. He asked so many questions, right? I'm pretty sure all of your questions are in here. Okay, so that I will be of understanding in accordance with your instructions. So you tell me, because there is nothing that came without you. And now the creator explained, oh, gentle one, who are very dear to me, O Narada, you are very kind and you are perfectly right in expressing your doubts. Yes. And I was led to consider, maybe you might think, okay, because I might be the Supreme Lord, like that you might think, oh, my son, but you are not mistaken. Okay, you are not mistaken when you said there is something that is beyond me. Yes, there is a supreme being that is beyond me, and it will be certainly be so that it all you might think that okay, it all belongs to me because every creation came from Brahma, right? You might think that everything belongs to Brahma, but there is a supreme being beyond me.
Yeah, Parabrahma, and he
Yeah.
already knows
And all of the world I created is because of that Brahma Jyoti. From that radiance only, all that this thing is created. Just like it is with fire, the sun, the moon, all the grahas, planets, and all the nakshatras, stars. Okay, everything comes from the Parabrahmam's radiance only, like that. And I do my namaskarams to that Supreme Lord Vasudeva. Say that? Vasudeva. Every day we have to keep on saying Vasudeva, like that.
Positive.
And on him I meditate. I meditate on him. I sit and I think of him. Okay, and I think, and by dint of those invincible potencies, he will One calls me the teacher of the world. Everybody thinks that Brahma is the one who created, who is the guru of the world. And people unashamed about keeping a prominent position with the bewildering material energy like that. And now in their deluded state, they everybody thinks that, hey, this is I, this is mine. All of us think of that or not? Tell me, from the moment you wake up, hey, this is my book, or this is my pen, this is my pencil, this is my toy, or this is my chair. Okay, this is my food. Hey, if people become rulers, hey, this is my country, this is mine. If you think carefully, is it wise to think like that?
Who's the president?
I am the president, I am the candidate. No, it is not wise to think like that, because everything belongs to whom? The Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the one. Everything belongs to him. Okay. Yes, 50 times I'll tell till it gets engraved in the brain. Okay. Shh, shh. Now, the basic ingredients of matter in their interaction of the eternal time and the natural disposition of the living being are certainly part of Vasudeva. Okay, even the time is also part of him. But the truth is that each of the agents separately, if you take them separately, let us say, if you take sense of smell separately, will it have any value on its own? Will it have any value on its own? No. Everything has to come together. Every other agents, everything has to come together in order to make its function, in order to make. So the cause and purpose of the Vedas, okay, is nothing but Narayana. Narayana and the personality of the God and the primary. And all the gods, okay, all the administrative system of gods, they are all the what do you say, arms of the Narayana. Okay, arms of the Narayana. Remember, again, go back to the Sula Rupa that we talked about, the biggest gross form. Okay, the worlds exist for the sake of Narayana, and all sacrifices are there to please Narayana. Everything you do, it is only to please Narayana. And the concentration of mind is just to know about Narayana. And whatever tapas you do is only to achieve Narayana. And the culture of all the spirituality and all, how to think, is to become aware of Narayana. And the progression towards the moksha is also to enter the kingdom of Narayana. Because this is Bhagavata Purana, we take the Narayana form. Narayana or Vasudeva or Keshava, Madhava, Mukunda, everything. These are the things we will talk about as the supreme ones. And inspired by his vision and what was created by him, the seer, the controller, and the super soul of all those, he created me. And I also create as well. He gave me the direction to create. And there are three gunas. Anybody can tell me what are those three gunas? I have been telling so many times.
Sattva-guna, Raja-guna.
Sattva guna, Raja guna. Yeah, I got one more. Anybody? One more guna is left. Tamo guna. Ah, very good, Shrikara. Very good, Vithala and Shrikara. Sattva guna, Raja guna, and Tamo guna. Nirguna. Okay. Now say that everybody, you have to remember these gunas. Because without these gunas, we are not there. No creation is there without these gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Okay, no creation is there. Okay, you know the Rajoguna is activity, right? It forms the creation.
Yes.
And the Sattva guna is studying in this respect. And if you take the creation aspect, then it becomes sustenance, how it is supported. And the Tamoguna becomes the dissolution. Okay, Tamoguna is a dissolution. Okay, and this Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, these three qualities. Dissolution and everything that came out of the God will go back into the God, right? That's what we are talking about. That process is called dissolution.
Okay.
People call it destruction. I don't want to call it destruction. I gave a new term. I'm using the other term called dissolution. Because yes, Kanna?
What was the second guna's meaning again?
Sattva guna?
Yeah.
Sattva guna is goodness. Good. Everywhere good. Okay. Sattva.
Okay.
And now, the eternal transcendental person, under the influence of the basic qualities of the nature, according to this, he will perform the activities. All these activities are performed. And he, who is ruled by the symptoms of the three modes, and he cannot be properly recognized in his progress also. Sometimes you get what you it's very difficult to understand also. And the lord of creation will do the creation when he is the rajoguna, and the lord of control by potency with his material energy, he will actually enter into everything, and he will sustain everything. He will sustain, he will support everything, but he will not get influenced by everything. Okay, he will not think that it is him. He will be separate from that. Okay, he's there in all of us, he's protecting all of us, but he's supporting all of us, but at the same time he is not what we think it is. Like, he is away from, he's only witnessing all of us, like that. Okay, and now he gets everything inside. Okay, this is how all the things happen. And because of the transformation of the great reality, though, in the beginning, okay, the rajoguna and sattva when they were dominated. If you take devatas, first of all, devatas are created because lot of sattva guna. Okay, lot of goodness. And rajoguna, activity. Okay, manavas, all the people, animals, all these kind of things. And then tamoguna. Okay, rakshasas. Tamoguna, rakshasas. Because they do lot of himsa, right? They do lot of violence and all. Violence and all, and being lazy, all these things, they come under the tamoguna. So the creation also came like that. Okay, and the material knowledge, the material activities from there found their vital existence. Like these things, these gunas in different proportions, they got mixed, and the beings came into existence. And that modification of the material part of the self, the aham, say that aham, aham, meaning saying I, or the feeling of I, anything it could be. I did this, I did that, or I did not do it, or whatever. The feeling of I, if you have it, okay, that manifested itself. Okay, that also manifested itself. And according to the trigunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, and then, and thus there was a division of the powers. Okay, and then the material evolution, it came into existence. Of the material elements, first, the what came from the darkness. Okay, that way there was, everything was dark, guys. Okay, 1 second, Vital, shut that book. And now imagine, everything was dark. Okay, and from the dark transformation, the space came into existence. Say that, what came in from the dark? Space meaning akasha. Akasha. You cannot see it. You can only hear it. You can never see. Akasha, not that Akasham. That's the thing. First, there was nothing. Out of that, there is an element called Akasha came. Akasha does not mean the sky. Okay, that is a Telugu Akasham. That's a different thing. This Akasha means there is only Shabda Gunakam, only hearing. Only, recently I came across one thing. If you can close your ears like this, okay, for 3 hours a day. I mean, or not close your ears, I mean, not hear anything. Not hear anything at all for 3 hours a day for 6 whole months. Okay, slowly you will start listening to sounds like first you will be listening to humming of the bees. Okay, humming of the bees. No, not ear ringing. Okay, that's not called ringing of the ears. It's the humming of the bees you will hear. And then slowly it will go to the Venuganam. That means hearing of the Lord Krishna playing, I mean that flute music. And then slowly it will go to the, what do you say? Drums, dhamarukas and all playing. You will be hearing that. And those are the different planes that one will achieve. That means that will show to you if you are keep on meditating, and that is the shabda gunakam. That is the sound. Okay, this happens. Okay, just knowing it makes you can imagine, sort of. Okay, so first darkness, out of that came the akasha, shabda gunakam, and out of the akasha, wait, let me, I lost myself someplace. Yes.
Like ear at the heat 180.
I told you, for that you have to no.
Just moving them behind the
For-
clock.
You have to be
Doesn't
not
say
hearing
time.
anything for 3 hours a day continuously for 6 months, Karna.
No,
You should
కానీ
do-
అది ఎట్లా చేయాలా హియర్ ఎట్లా చేయదు
And
Hear ఎట్లా
when-
ఎలాగా అంటే when there is no sounds at all, when in the dark, in the night time, right? If you take night time, there will be no external sounds kada. Generally, one has to be alone or in solitude like that. One should not be. These are all like tapas kind of things. Okay, we live in a society, right? It's very difficult. But if we are able to do it in this life, kind of thing, for 3 hours itself, we can attain that like that. ఎలా చేయాలి అంటే you should just not hear anything, no sound at all, and you should be deeply meditating on God.
Okay.
Then slowly after 6 months, if you do this continuously, then you will hear that. That's what. Anyway, yeah, that's a different topic, not here. Anyway, different thing. But I am just giving you glimpses of that also in order to keep it interesting. Okay, so darkness, and out of darkness came Akasham. Akasham meaning not that sky that we are talking, that we talk about in Telugu, but it is that thing that occupies everywhere in a minute way. Minute. It's so minute that you can, it feels like it's not existent. Okay? Small. It feels like it's not at all existing sort of thing, but it is there.
Like air?
Yes, within the air there will be Akasham. That's why out of that darkness, first Akasham came, and out of the Akasham, you know what came? Air came. What came?
Air.
And then out of the air, okay, I told you Akasham, sound, right? And out of the air, you know what is the quality of touch? What is it? Air. Because air touches you. Do you feel
Yeah.
that? Sometimes you feel it, right?
Like
Ah,
if you sweet
the
it
quality of,
itla.
that quality of touch is air. That's where it came from. Okay, you have to think in a different way, guys. And now air found its existence, and now along with its sound, and now sound came, air came, right? Sound is also there, space is there, air is there, sound is there, touch is there, right? Now here thus acquired also a diversity. Now there is a diversity in the energy and force. Two things came together. Now air in its turn again, it transforms under the influence of time. As slowly the time comes, then from the air, fire is produced. What came? Fire element. Now, that is how it is. The force, air, it gets all, what do you say, friction, force, energy, everything comes, right?
Yeah.
As it grows, what happens slowly from from that element, now you will understand what I was telling before. From that air element, what came? Fire element came. And from the fire element, now we have touch, we have sound, right? We have sound,
Yeah.
first sound and then touch. Okay. And that means space, air, fire. And from the fire, okay, so slowly condensation processes and all started happening, and water element came. What element came?
Water. Kind of fire little water at the state.
వచ్చింది. That is how it happened. ఎలా వస్తుంది కాదు. That is how it happened. Now also, there are people, just by chanting mantras, out of air, they can produce fire. Just by chanting mantras. They don't even have to do this. They don't have to get any other material. There are certain mantras, if you just chant them with the sound and that fire, and that air, just fire gets produced in the air. It happens. It really happens. I have seen that. Okay. Because that's the power of the sound and power of the air coming together, and then fire is produced. Oh my God, I realized something. Thank you so much for the question, Kanna. Now fire transformed, and then out of fire what came? I just told you. Somebody make note of this. It's amazing. Water, excellent. Okay, and water, and now sound, touch, and all. We are talking about the elements also there, right? And water, smell came. What came? Sense of smell, that they are coming parallelly out, like out of, because of this, because of that, like that. And from the water, what is that thing? What is the other element that is remaining now? Okay, the water, earth came. Okay, and together with the qualities of touch, sound, and all these things, from the water, earth element also came. Now do you see, earth got immersed in water, and Varaha, how he went inside and he got the earth out. From the water, earth comes out. This is the way the creation happens. Okay. Okay. So nothingness. Nothingness. Why no, don't ask me that kind of question. How it happened, I can tell you. Why it happened, it's all sankalpa.
When you say, but when of course instead of why, then
It will also come. It will come. It will come. It will come. Listen to me. So from nothingness came what? Space. Space, air. From air,
touch,
water. From water,
fire.
fire. From fire, no. From air, fire. From fire, water. From water, earth. Okay.
touch,
Huh?
touch,
Touch air తో వచ్చింది. Okay, the elements came separate. Like these are the 5 elements, and along with the 5 elements, the senses also came, right? Like space meaning sound. Okay, shabda gunakam, and then uh,
Air
air
touch.
meaning touch. Okay, like that.
Fire.
And, amma,
Fire.
fire, yeah, fire, and
Fire
then amma.
fire ki ఏంటి?
Okay, wait. But because of the transformation of water, touch, sound, and form. Seeing. Fire ki seeing. Fire ki seeing.
earth.
Earth ki ఇంకా next spell ఏంటి? Earth ki next ఏంటి? ఇంకా there are 5 senses. We have to do the match the table thing now. Match the senses to the thing. Okay, we got all the now. Seeing came, air, touch came, smell came with the water. Smell came with the water. So whatever is left goes to the earth. Amma?
Space.
I can't hear.
Space నుంచి వస్తుంది here.
Space is the hearing, Amma. Space first is this is space. Okay, what are the 5 senses?
touch, eyesight, taste.
Taste. Taste comes.
Taste is the earth.
Earth. Taste is the earth. There you go. We got all of them. Okay. Okay, Prakashini, this is for you. Okay, you have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the mode of goodness of the cosmic. So from which element came? That is very important, guys, because it goes back also the same way. Okay, however it came, it goes back the same way. Vitthal. Put it away. However it came, it goes back the same way. Now, from the mode of the sattva, the 10 gods who are in sattvic guna, they got generated. Okay, the 10 gods, they are nothing but the controller of the directions. At the same time, when those are all coming, everything comes parallelly. Let us say air came. Okay, when the air came, vayu, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Vayu. And then the surya, and then the waters, the varuna. Okay, water, varuna. And then ashwini kumaras, and then fire for fire, agni, and for heaven, indra. Okay, and like that. And of course the Vishnu is there, the mitra, and then brahma. Okay, like that, all the dasha dikpalakas. Do you remember dikpalakas? Indra dasha dikpalaka devatabhyo namaha. We did that, right? Do you remember that? All the dikpalakas, everybody came. Okay, from along with this, these are all the sattvic devatas. Okay, and then from the transformation of the rajoguna, then came the, after that, these things came, right? Are you understanding? So now sattva guna is done. Now the rajoguna meaning what? Movement, activity, right? So you will need 5 sense organs and 5 action organs. Say that. 5 sense organs, 5 action organs.
5 action organs.
The 5 sense organs being, you know what they are, like the mouth. No, lungs, don't big lungs, man. Yeah, I know, but not like scientific. I mean, the 5 sense organs.
Nose.
Okay, the mouth, the hands, the feet, and the way where you go to restroom and all those things. Okay, no, all those are karma indriyalu. Okay, or those are action organs. Plus, okay, sight, the sense of seeing, the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of taste, the sense of smell. They also came, and along with them, buddhi. Say that.
Buddhi.
And pranas, life force. Okay, pranas, they all came. because of the Rajoguna. What guna?
Rajoguna.
Rajoguna. That means activity. Okay, so what are the things that came? So the mouth, the hands, the feet, and all the I mean, where we go to the restroom, those things, and then plus sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, and your buddhi, your intelligence, and the pranas, they came. And as long as all these categories of the elements and the senses and the mind, modes of nature, they remain separate. Now they are all separate now. So as long as they are separate, can they do anything? Obviously, they cannot, right? Nothing can be formed. Okay, they could not be formed. Not, a body of man or mankind, they could not be formed as long as they are separate. So when they were assembled, okay, by the compelling force, how were they got assembled? Again, by the energy of the Parabrahman. They all got assembled. It's all like you have all the material, you make them together to make into a machine, right? Hence, he made a machine called man. You can think that man or human or any kind of animal or any kind of tree or any kind of creation, he only mixed them all in different kinds of proportions in order to make all of this. Okay, with its both true, its spiritual.
Creation soup term again?
Creation soup, yeah, it's like that. Okay,
But
and
they just
yes, Kanna.
so just like fire water కలిపి like అన్ని differently చేస్తారా
Fire
different
water కలిపి కాదు, in a different proportions.
proportion
Okay.
అంటే
Proportion అంటే like okay, if you are making a cake, different kinds of cake, you use different kinds of proportion. Like ఒక్కొక్కసారి 1/2 వాడతావు, ఒక్కొక్కసారి 1/4 వాడతావు, ఒక్కొక్కసారి 1 whole వాడతావు. These are called different proportions. Okay, so that's how, like in different proportions things get mixed. Like if you take devatas, okay, devatas all are sattva guna. Okay, good, all good qualities devatas. If you take Rakshasas, all the bad qualities together, they become the Rakshasas. And if you have a mixture, they become humans. Got it? It's like that. But there is no, even for you and me also, there is difference between everybody, every being. There will be difference like that. God made sure of that. That's one thing. So it's spiritual and material. That is how they all came into existence. Now, this universe, after countless millennia, okay, it was submerged in the waters, and by the Lord Himself, okay, He animates the inanimate. Now it was all inanimate. Nothing is there. It was no animals, nothing, and so He only makes them. Okay, He says, okay, let me get them. Let it going like that. So there will be something called universal egg. Hiranyagarbha. Say that. Garbha. Hiranyagarbha. Okay, and he divides himself, that universal egg, it gets divides into thousands of divisions of so many legs, arms, eyes, mouths, heads. It gets divided again and again. So many. Okay, like that. And the great philosophers, they actually see that all the worlds of the universe as the limbs of the body. Yesterday we talked about how the Virat Rupa, right? Everything is him, the gross form, like that. And it is said that the 7 systems below the waist, we talked about how, again, we're going to touch basic. There are 7 lokas in the bottom half and the 7 lokas in the top half, like that. Okay, so total 14 lokas, the meaning planes, 14 planes. And then what happens is, like, the Brahmins, it is told that they came from the face of him, and the Kshatriyas came from the arms of him, and the traders, they came from the thighs of him, and the people who do service, they came from the feet of that Virat Rupa. Okay, feet of the Virat Rupa. And again, we are again touch basing what we did yesterday, like all these lokas. There are Suvar lokas, the heavenly worlds from the Suvar lokas and all, they are situated in the chest and the higher worlds, Mahar lokas. Okay, and the Jano Loka, Tapo Loka, Brahma Loka, I told you all the faces from the Satya Loka. Okay, all these things. And one finds the renunciation, like one who ascetics and all, who renunciated everything, sannyasis, they will be found in the Tapo Loka. And those worlds are temporal. You know what happens when the pralaya, when the dissolution comes, some lokas will be gone. Okay, in these 14 lokas, like you can imagine them like a 14-storied building, let us say. Okay, when the pralaya comes, till one loka, like tapoloka will be there. After that, the Sastiloka and all, they will not go away. But when the Mahapralayam comes, when everything goes away, nothing will be there. All the lokas will also go away. Everything will go away. Okay, like that. And with on his waist to the lower worlds, from his hips to the lower. Okay, if you remember, yesterday we talked about his feet or the how are different Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Patala, Rasatala. We talked about all these logas yesterday. Okay, they are all in the bottom of him. So, like this, they formed. All these lokas also formed. All these lokas also formed. And I told you the space is nothing but is the region of the navel. Okay, and the higher worlds from the chest upwards, like that. Navel ante everybody, all of us have it, right? What do you say? Boddu. You know, the navel point we have in our tummy. There is a point, right? In all of our tummies, that is there. Like that.
Ah,
Also. So
wait
you have
one.
Ma?
Yeah.
Yes.
Belly
Okay.
button.
Yeah. Yentamma?
Belly button.
Belly button.
Belly
Yeah.
button. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Vitala, please sit. Now, Brahma is saying, remember, Brahma is saying this to Narada. Okay. And Shuka is telling it to Parikshit. And Suta is telling it to Shaunakas. But please keep that in mind when this is happening, or like who is telling who. And now Brahma is telling it to Narada. And now speech or voice generated from the, now when the speech generated, this speech or voice is generated from the Mukhasthana, the face of the Parabrahman. Huh?
I remember from a verse like instead of it like
Vanni.
No,
Huh?
no, it was in like the Vishnu Sahasranam,
In the Vishnu.
Gayatri, or in the kids somewhere near the end. It was like 3 big slides of Vishnu verses.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, speech or voice originated from where? First speech or voice, that thing, that it came from the face area. And it is known as the sthana of Agni. Remember this, guys. Okay. Agni. Agni is where? Agni is the presiding deity of the speech. Always. Agni is the presiding deity. If one cannot speak properly, you have to worship Agni in order to get proper speech. Okay, the mouth meaning the face. The face is considered as the origin of the face. Face of who? Not me or you. It is the face of the Virat Rupa we are talking about. Everybody knows the Virat Rupa, right? Okay, and then there are 7 dhatus. Say that? 7 dhatus.
7 dhatu.
They are, I will tell you what are they. They are there in your body also. Okay, the skin, the flesh, the sinew, and the marrow, bone marrow, and the bones, blood, and flesh. Okay.
Marrow ante.
Flesh, sorry. Okay, flesh, fat. Okay. Marrow and bone, within the bones, there will be something, Kanna. That is the marrow. Okay, bone, blood, and the fat. All these are, all they constitute the body. Okay, these are known as Sapta Dhatus, 7 Dhatus. And these 7 Dhatus were also created from the 7 Chandas. Okay, so the 7 Chandas from the 7 Dhatus, like that. And then there is a field, the field of the Vedic hymns. Somewhere you can hear the Vedic hymns, Vedas coming, listening. And they actually are the Vedic hymns are generated, and the tongue is the place, okay, for that. Okay, where? Tongue. The inhalations and exhalations are the Vedas, okay, actually. Inhalation and exhalation. You know that? Inhalation and exhalation. You know, there is a big joke I'll tell you. Inhalation is known as Uchvasa and Nishvasa. Okay, inhalation. Uchvasa in Sanskritam, they are known as Uchvasa and Nishvasa. And recently I came across one person who has a name as Uchvas. I don't know why they kept that name. But it's just, I just don't know. That's what I thought. Imagine if he has a name by a name Nishvasa. That's what I also thought. Anyway, it's out of joke. Joke. Anyways. And there is a place in the tongue. Okay. Now repeat after me. Havis,
Hadis.
Kavya, Kavya,
Kavya.
Amrita,
Amrita.
Annam.
Annam.
Annam. From the tongue area of the Virat Rupa, Virat, Vithala. Put that away. Okay, from the tongue area, havis means the food that we offer for the devatas. Okay, and kavya means the food that you offer for the pitru devatas. Okay, pitru devatas, whatever we offer is known as kavyam. Havyam, kavyam, and amrita is the food of devatas. Okay, and annam is food for all of us. Whatever we eat or whatever we see, everything is known as annam. Okay, all these things came from the tongue area of all the and of Virat Rupa. Okay, offers all food stuff and delicacies. Everything came from there. Okay, it's sacrificed for the forefathers and the gods like that. And from from his nose, that is life breath, and the air came out of that nose, that Virat Rupa's nose. And the Ashwini Devatas, who grant the long life, they are the Adhisthana Devatas. This. Okay, if anybody is having breathing this kind of problem, you have to think of the Ashwini Devatas. They will give you longevity, and they are also, and from there also came lot of medicinal herbs. What came? Medicinal herbs also came out of that. Okay, and the power of smell his power of smell offers us the pleasure of fragrant substances like that. And the eyes, the gigantic body, the Virat Rupa, it has big eyes, right? It offers, what does it offer? The perception of all kinds of forms, how they are looking. You can see with that. And they actually, how that area, there is sun. Yesterday also we described this, but now we are going in detail. Okay, who is there in the eyeballs? Tell me now. Who is there in the eyeballs? Sun. Say that? Sun. And the ears, okay, ears offer the hearing of the both sounds. The ears of the Virat Rupa, okay, it offers the hearing of sounds coming from all directions. Okay, and the spiritual sounds of all the holy places resounding in the Akasha. And when it comes to the Akasha, it refers to the more spiritual sounds in the holy places. And that is where you will listen. That's what I was telling you. When you don't hear anything that is material here, then you will start hearing those spiritual sounds. And his outer appearance, okay, however he is looking outside, it constitutes as the foundation of all things and favorable opportunities, and is also the field where one harvests. And his skin of moving hairs, there is hairs on the skin, right? From the touch, that is all the place. Yes, and at the same time, he is a radiance only, but at the same time, it is a place where we offer all the sacrifices. Okay, we do all the yajnas and all that is there. And his bodily hair is like vegetation to all the kingdoms. Everywhere there is grass, everywhere there is trees and plants. Yesterday we talked about this again, but Shuka Maharshi is telling this in detail now. His bodily hair is the vegetation of all the kingdoms. Actually, Narada, Brahma. Okay, this part what we are telling is the Bhagavatam that is told by Brahma to Narada. So that Bhagavatam we are talking about now. Okay, that Bhagavatam we are talking about. So the clouds will, with their so all the vegetation on the hair, that is where, and now the clouds with their electricity, the stones and the iron ore, they will be the hair on his head. Okay, and his facial hair and his nails and his arms, okay, that are prominently engaged in providing what is needed. They provide protection. His arms provide protection to the general mass. That is why all the kshatriyas are born here like that, from the arms. That's what they say. Kshatriyas, this thing is born from that. And in the Lord's lotus feet, okay, they offer shelter, the progress. His lotus feet, okay, they offer shelter to everybody who seek refuge, right? If we go and we surrender ourselves to God, where do we surrender? We surrender to the feet. Okay, and it is recognized by of the lower, middle and heavenly worlds like that. And because that is where it is providing all that is needed, that is where we offer our namaskaras, and those feet will liberate us from fear, and they contain all kinds of graces like that. And then water and all the radiance and the generative capacity of rain and everything, it comes from the generating power of the God. And there is a happiness that generates, okay, that is about, and that is Vittal, please. Okay, I get distracted. Okay, I'm sorry. And oh Narada, now yesterday we talked about how from the, what do you say, how can you say, from the hips, and where we go to this thing from the back side, and from the hips back side of the region, from that, in that region there is the source of Yama. Yama means one who controls and everything running to its end. And there is a and of Mitra. Mitra also is there. And it is remembered as the envy. Okay, misfortune or death or Naraka. It is represented. The Virat Rupa has Swarga and Naraka. Everything he has, right? So that area is where it represents that. And frustration, immortality, and ignorance, they're all on his backside. Yesterday also we talked about that. Okay, all the negative qualities are on the backside of his, and while the rivers and streams they make for his veins, and the mountains for his stacks of his bones. We talked about that also. And the unseen mover, the time of the seas and oceans of the living beings that evolve, but also find physical destruction in his belly. Okay, everything. If you look in his belly, okay, you will see so many worlds getting created at one time and so many worlds getting dissolved, getting back to him at one time. They will keep on happening continuously. Okay, there is no one earth, guys. Remember that there is not only this earth. There are several worlds. We will come across that when the Lord Krishna stories comes. You have to be really understanding this. We have to be, we have to be really understanding all these concepts in order to understand Krishna properly. You want to understand Krishna properly means you have to know all these things. Without this knowledge, if you directly go to Krishna, we will misunderstand everything. People generally only try to learn about Krishna. Okay, but Krishna came in the first Skandha also. Here also he is coming, right? Actually speaking. Now, like that. Okay. So the dharma, I said also we talked about the dharma is in the front and the adharma is in the back of the Virat Rupa. Like that is the back. Adharma is the back of Virat Rupa, not in the back of. It is the back of Virat Rupa, like that. It's all these concepts come together, and that is what is forming as Virat Rupa. You guys see movies and all. You guys see so many cartoons, all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be able to easily imagine and understand stuff. Like, huh? And now, the defender of Dharma. Okay. Okay. Okay, the defender of Dharma. Okay, me, the defender of Dharma, meaning him, me, my Brahma, and you, Narada, and my sons. His sons are at that time, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata, all the four of those came. Okay, and Lord Shiva, we all depend on the life and soul of that Parabrahma. We all actually depend on him. Okay, and me, you, Lord Shiva, and he's telling it to Narada. Brahma is telling this to Narada. Okay, he's saying, we both and Lord Shiva and all the great sages who came before you and the godly ones and the even the Rakshasas and the human beings and the Nagas, the birds, the beasts, the reptiles, and all the heavenly beings, and also the plants and many other living entities that are found on land, in water, and in the sky, together with the asteroids. Imagine what I'm telling you. Together with the asteroids, stars, comets, planets, moons, lightning, thunder, and all that. Now, everything that you see and don't see, let us say that. Okay, that is and will be created. This entire universe is pervaded and covered by the it is there within and covered by, pervaded and covered by and within him. Got it? He is within and covering it, everything, like that. Okay, by nothing but that Parabrahmam in one's heart. And you can actually imagine all these things in your heart. In your heart, which is a small heart in there. In this, you can imagine all these things. Everything is in there also. And the same way, the sun spreads its rays over everything existing outside. Okay. Recently, I came across when beautiful analogy. I will tell you in 2 minutes. Okay, the same way the sun spreads its rays over everything existing outside and illumines and gives strength. Okay, the sun is there. Okay, he is falling on all of us. Okay, and when the sun touches you, you will feel warmth in you. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And when the sun is not there, we don't feel it. Just like that. But will sun feel all these kind of things?
So,
No, he is like that sun. That Parabrahman is like that sun. Okay, he is the controller of all everything. And he is he does not have birth. Hence, as he does not have birth, will he have death? No, of course not. Right? No birth.
But
No death.
how?
That is how he is. Everything came from him and everything goes back to him. That's the thing. Okay. And that, but how is no question. That's how we told. How it came out of him, we just told today. Okay. There was nothingness. And then he thought, okay, let me have something. Then it came. When he thought, immediately it came like that. Okay. And he is the controller of immortality. He is the controller of fearlessness. And he is not, no birth, no death, nothing. He is there forever. And he is there with excellent energy all the time. Okay, and his qualities and his glories are immeasurable. You cannot measure it. Not at all. Cannot be measured, sir. No, sorry. It's like that. Okay, I think we will take a break for here today. And I don't know tomorrow if we can have, but day after we'll have definitely. And tomorrow I'll see. I don't know if we have time for that. Okay. Tikshana, do you have any kind of questions?
Yeah. నువ్వు కీర్తి అనేది అన్నావు కదా కీర్తి అంటే ఏంటి
Kirtiya. When did I say that?
ఎప్పుడు చెప్పవద్దు
Kirti ante fame, Nana.
ప్రేమ
Fame. Being famous. Being famous. Oh, yeah, I said that. Okay. Yeah. Being famous, like you will be known by a lot of people. Generally, everybody wants that, right? Want to be known by so many people. You know why? You know why everybody wants that? Because that is the nature of the soul. The nature of your soul is because it knows everything. Okay, we all came from the Parabrahman. It knows everything. But it interprets like, I want to be known by everybody because it knows everything. It's known by everything, like that. Yep. Okay. Now, we will continue hopefully. I don't know if tomorrow if I'll have time.
నువ్వు ఏదో చెప్తావన్నావు కదా
ఏంటమ్మా ఏం చెప్తారంటే yeah, that will come during the lessons, but I'll tell you. Okay. Imagine you are standing near a lake. Okay,
Yeah.
you're standing near a lake and there is a bright sun there. Okay, and there is a mirror also there. Mirror also is there. And the sunlight is falling onto the lake and then it is reflecting onto the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. And that mirror is you.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas the lake is like the creation.
Yeah.
And where is the light coming from?
The sun.
So, what is the light within you?
So
The sun itself, right? The sun is none other than the Parabrahman.
the sun is not within you. If the sun
No,
within
the
you,
sun
you're
is not
dark.
within you, but the light within you is nothing but
The sun.
sun. That is Parabrahman. That is how you can understand Parabrahman. At least when you think about it. Okay, now Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Sri Krishna
Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Sri Krishna Saranam Mama.
Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Sri Krishna Saranam Mama.